So with all those exciting games behind us from the last 16 of the Champions Cup, it's time to make some predictions. It's going to be short and sweet in this one because I talked about all the teams involved in my last two videos, so go and check those out if you haven't already. But let's get into these quarterfinals. The first one, Toulouse versus Exeter. Toulouse at home. I think this is the easiest to call. I think Toulouse are winning this one fairly comfortably. Exeter are an excellent team. They know exactly what they're about. They're very young. They're very direct. But I think they're going to be blown away by a class outfit, an outfit that can play in more than one way. Exeter go a bit route one in that red zone. They're going for the pick and go. They're going straight up the guts. But the Toulouse defence, as I mentioned in the previous video, is phenomenal. So I don't think they're going to be intimidated by this. And if they can get into their offloading game with Dupont the star tormentor, I think it's going to be far too much for Exeter. So I think it's going to be a clear win for the famous Red and Blacks. They go in to a semi-final. Exeter, a decent Champions Cup run for them, a young team that's going to get better, but I don't think they've got enough. Now, Bordeaux versus Harlequins has excitement screaming all over it. I think it's going to be end-to-end. Both sides like to move that ball. We know the strength of the Harlequins is that ball movement and vision, particularly good backs, but I think the Bordeaux backline is actually a bit better, a bit quicker. And up front, I think Harlequins are going to get a bit smashed, to be honest. I only see one winner there. That massive French unit up front are going to overpower them. And like I said, I think they've got more pace in the backs anyway. Harlequins, I think they're going to score. They always score in games, score some good tries. But I think Bordeaux can squeeze the life out of them in any way they want. And any mistakes are going to be hoovered up by the likes of Bill Barry and Pinot. And they're going to go the length. So it's going to be exciting, but I can only see a Bordeaux win, especially with them being at home. So first two wins for the French teams. On to the last English club, Northampton, versus the last South African club, the Bulls. Really tough to call. I like the way both these guys play, a fast all-court game, but I think Northampton could pip it there. They're a little bit tighter, a little bit less error-prone. I do see some amazing talent in that Bulls team. I've mentioned Creel and Moody in the centres, Arenza on the wing, and of course they've got a really strong pack as well, but I think that home advantage at Franklin's Gardens is going to make the difference. I'm saying Northampton in a really close one. Then on to the last quarter-final, Leinster versus La Rochelle, and of course it's a repeat of the last two finals, La Rochelle winning both of those, these guys meeting in the quarters this time, so one of them's going to get knocked out, and Leinster are at home in the Aviva. That is a big one, and because of that, I'm going to say Leinster get it this time. Plus La Rochelle struggle to get into any rhythm versus the Stormers. I know they're away from home, but it should be a titanic struggle. La Rochelle can steamroll any teams, and they're also crazy strong in the contact area, but Leinster are the best at securing their own ball. They get to their rucks quicker than anyone else, so maybe they can negate the likes of Bottier. It's going to be tough. I think it's all going to be about ball retention. If Leinster can do it, I'm calling home advantage, and the Irish outfit gets home and they knock out the champions. So in the semi-finals, that makes an all-French affair of Toulouse versus Bordeaux in a neutral venue. That's going to be just absolutely box office. So there's going to be one French side in the final for sure. Then in the other semi-final, it's going to be the last English side in Northampton against the last Irish side, Leinster. And Leinster are going to be massive favourites, but Northampton have got nothing to lose and they're going to go for it. So that's how I see the quarterfinals playing out. Those are my predictions. Love to know what yours are. Pop them below. If you like that sort of thing, please do subscribe. Please do like the video. That would be amazing. And I'll catch you next time.